Hi guys, thank you for tuning back in. If you didn't see my YouTube, I asked you guys if you had any questions, and so I got a lot of responses to that. Thank you for replying, by the way. I won't be able to answer a lot of them. For many questions, I just don't think I'm the best person to ask. I think there's other YouTubers who might be more equipped to answer those questions. So I'm gonna answer the ones that I feel more confident answering. Okay, so I'll start. Do you have a convenience store allegiance? It's okay. So the place I go to the most is not a convenience store necessarily. It's kind of like a grocery mart / convenience store, but My Basket is slept on. I love My Basket. That's where I buy my groceries. I go there almost every day. And I think it's slightly cheaper than other convenience stores, I think. So I like My Basket. Top 3 all-time favorite songs. I'm gonna put it here. My top songs switch a lot, but these 3 I think are probably some of my most listened to. So probably these 3. I do want to do something where you guys leave a comment with a song that you like, and then I'll try to listen to it and then reply what I thought of it, because I'm trying to discover new music. You know those YouTube videos that's like Disney jazz, or songs that you think about at 4 a.m, songs that make you feel like you're a medieval peasant in a tavern. That's what I've been listening to, so please link me some songs that you recommend. Do you see yourself doing YouTube long term, or do you have other plans for the future? I don't see myself doing YouTube long term. I just don't see myself doing content creation period long term, let alone as a full-time job. I'm just not the kind of personality that's like, I want to be in front of the camera and I want to entertain people. It's just not me, and I think that I'm someone that's more sensitive, and putting myself out there online it's really vulnerable for anyone who does it, but because I'm more sensitive, it just becomes like a little bit too much out of my comfort zone. But yeah, it feels a little bit too vulnerable. Yeah, I don't know. It's not something that I am passionate enough to pursue full-time, but it's something that I'm interested in currently. And I think that's probably going to be the extent of it. What made you want to work in Japan as opposed to Korea or the US? Okay, so fun fact, I actually did work in Korea and I did work in the US after I graduated college. After I graduated college, I worked an internship, but it was a paid internship in a company that was actually pretty cool. So I got to do a lot of script reading. That was the first line of defense. So I read all the incoming scripts and then I would kind of summarize it and send it to my manager. I was in Hollywood, and then after that I moved to Korea. I worked at a K-pop company. Not a known K-pop company or group. It was like a startup. Yeah, it was a startup. So I did work in Korea and I worked there for about 8 months. So I have experience working in other countries besides Japan, but I feel like my 3 company experiences that I had are so different from each other. It's really hard to compare. Not only like the etiquette and the culture of the country, but it's like the industries that I'm currently in are so different. I feel like I just can't compare them. It's just too different. Do you enjoy sports or going to the gym? I used to. I used to play lacrosse in high school, but no, I don't go to the gym here and I don't play sports. I usually just walk, or I do like the 10-minute at-home ab exercises on YouTube. I want to though. I want to get back into sports. Next question. With how hard the work environment in Japan could be most of the time, have you ever thought about going back to America and finding a job there? Yeah. It's good to never close off any option. I'm not opposed to anything. I'm just right now in this current season that happens to be Japan, and in the future it could be America again. I'm not opposed to it. My favorite movies, I have so many. And then at the same time, it's like when I get asked that question, suddenly I have none. Some recent favorites, I rewatched Back to the Future, rewatched Lord of the Rings, Toy Story. I love Toy Story. Anime, okay, Blue Lock. I like Bungo Stray Dogs. I like Solo Leveling. I like the first season. I haven't watched the second season. I like Chainsaw Man, but I actually never finished it. I just like Aki. So maybe I don't like Chainsaw Man. How do you balance working a full-time job with weekly vlogging? Do you have concerns you'll deal with a burnout? It's hard. Editing takes me about like 7 to 8 hours. The thing about filming though is I don't go out of my way. I just film things that I'm already doing, and so because I do that, it's a lot less stress and pressure for me. I already planned on going to like Square Enix pop-up. All I'm doing extra is just trying to get some shots while I'm there. Who do you think would win, one gorilla or 100 men? I think 100 men would win. I think there would have to be a few casualties in the beginning, but I feel like the men could band together and they would have like a strategy. Like you're not just punching it, you're like going for the eyes, you're going for the joints. Men know that. So I feel like they have the advantage. Do you find it easy to make friends in Japan? No. Honest answer, no. Especially if you're introverted or more shy like I am. I think it helps if you find a community of like-minded people. There's a lot of sports clubs, or if you're college age, there's a lot more college activities that you could try going to. Work related, I'm sure that, you know, most companies have work outings and stuff where you can get to know your coworkers outside of the office setting. For me, I'm trying to get plugged into a church. It just depends on who you are as a person. One of the most common ways that I met people in Korea and also here is just through mutual friends. Hanging out with my friends and their friends who I don't know, but who I got to know. Any embarrassing moments of staying in Japan? Yes, every day. I had one of those, it's like a bracelet for your phone, but you can wear your phone on your wrist. I was like, oh, that's convenient because I drop things a lot. I don't want to drop my phone in like when you go onto the subway in that little like gap. That's one of my fears. So here's the thing, I bought a really cheap one and it was made of beads. So I was in the Family Mart and I was buying food at the register, and somehow when I was getting my wallet out, it clipped the bracelet and all the beads flew off and they just scattered in the store, bouncing up and down like everywhere. And I was in the middle of paying. There was like a line of guys behind me who were waiting to pay, and they just all broke off and started catching them. And then I was paying, and as I was like paying, they kept handing them to me. So I was like, oh, thank you. Oh. It was so embarrassing. I was so overstimulated. And then after I paid, I had to do the walk of shame and just go around the store and pick up the rest of the beads. It was so embarrassing. Do you think it's ever too late for someone to move to another country? Never. I never think it's too late. What are your favorite games? Kingdom Hearts, the older Final Fantasy games, the really old Toy Story game on like PlayStation 2, most of the Pokemon games, maybe Pokemon Diamond or Soul Silver. I was a big Minecraft gal. I don't play any recent games, I just have all the games of my childhood. How would I describe my personality? Am I more introverted or extroverted? Introverted, but almost extroverted. I think I'm a tiny bit more introverted. My MBTI is INFP. A lot of questions are about like Japanese salary. If I worked in America, I could be making a lot more, but I'm kind of compromising on that end because I get to experience living in a foreign country and experiencing all the things that I wouldn't in America. Long term, maybe it's not, you know, something I would do long term. In the meantime, you know, I think for me, it's worth it. You know, when you move abroad, there's always going to be things that you're compromising on in order to experience. Are you in any relationship or situationship currently? No. For learning Japanese, like how did you study Japanese? I'm currently learning and it's really hard. I feel you. I kind of am just learning online, so I do the JLPT, what is it? Yeah, JLPT website. I have mini grammar lessons on there, and so I haven't been doing this lately, but I used to do like one a day. But I also work at a Japanese company, so every day I hear words, and if I hear something, I don't really know what the word means, I write it down. So because I'm immersed, I think that helps a lot. But if you're studying in, you know, America, for example, just being motivated and just doing a little bit every day, because the little bit adds up. Just something small every day, like one vocab word a day, it actually adds up. even, you know, tiny progress is still progress. But yeah, thank you guys as always for watching. I don't know if I'm gonna keep uploading consistently every single week, but I'm gonna try. Link me or give me the title of your favorite song. I listen to everything. My dad's a metalhead. I grew up listening to metal. I listen to orchestra music. I listen to video game music, soundtracks, pop radio. I listen to everything, so please link me songs that you recommend. Okay, bye.